Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, huge shout out to Panda. Actually, if you see this RNG, yeah, you'll notice this on my account as well. Formerly the clusters of the Rats cluster, the Sin cluster, and the Panda cluster, they have all joined together into this new Uber cluster. I think we're called Omega Centauri, I think, with RNG as the new clan text. So that is what's going on there. And yeah, needless to say, Panda's got one of the best accounts in the entire game. In fact, I think we'll actually be faster to use the search. The problem I've run into is that the search function actually lags. We've got so many champions, so much gear here. It just, my PC can't handle it, which is hilarious. But we are on his account to test out Alatreon Blademaster, right? Panda, you know, he's a Kraken. It's no problem. He has got him at 5-star, ascended, right? He's done the whole hero's path. He's done on the first day, no problem. And we get to test him out right now. So we're going to throw him into a really high-end Hydra team, see how he does. Like I was talking to Panda, and he also thinks that, you know, the best place to use this guy is in Hydra. So I'm curious to see how he will do. What is he bringing to us in Hydra, and how did we build him then based off of that? Well, he brings us increased defense and a massive shield that are protected. So we want to have him with high HP, so the shield's as big as possible. But yeah, both of these buffs protected is actually really solid. He also brings us a full cleanse with block debuffs for 2 turns. That is protected if there's a boss. And then his A1 has actually pretty high. It goes up to 55% chance to increase 2 random buffs on all allies by 1 turn, which is quite juicy, actually. 30% speed in dungeons aura is insane, though we're not going to be using him for dungeons here. With the 5-star thing, there's a lot you could do with him. I decided to give him Brimstone. Now, this is very random in Hydra. It does give you a lot of HP, but the accuracy is useless. But yeah, like, you've got the chance for the protected smite debuff. I think for most people, that's probably going to be the most useful thing. But really, this is quite open to pick. Like, if he's your best, you could bring him with cruelty or something, you know, if you wanted to get the cruelty debuff. It's quite open. We're going to try him out with Brimstone, see how he does. I figure you're mostly using him against bosses, right? Because of the protected stuff, which is where he's good. How I think he could be interesting, like, immediately when I'm thinking about him in Hydra, I think this guy could be an interesting replacement for Siphi. So compared to Siphi, we don't have a revive, but if he is strong enough at keeping us alive, that won't actually matter, right? If the shield is strong enough, we might never need to revive people in general. We're going to miss out on the heal, right? And we're going to miss out on Siphi's 50% chance every turn people take to remove fear, but we are going to be getting a cleanse, which Siphi doesn't have. We're going to have block debuffs on a 2-turn cooldown. Siphi's is on a 4. Increased defense on a 3-turn cooldown. Siphi's is on a 4. So he's more consistent with those and can potentially even extend them for much more consistency. And they're protected, so they can't be stolen. In particular, block debuffs not being able to be stolen is pretty massive. So yeah, we lose the increased speed from Siphi. That's a big deal. And we don't have any healing for the team. He will turn meter buff himself whenever debuffs are placed on him, which is great with the cleanse, and it's going to heal him whenever a debuff expires. So he's going to be ridiculously tanky, I think. He'll never die. I have put him in Relentless and Speed set to try this out. I think that's the way to go. I mean, he wouldn't be terrible in protection set. Funny enough, if you had a 9-piece protection set, right, you'd be giving people 3 buffs. That's 15% bonus damage. Funny that everything is protected anyway, but, you know, maybe it's worth it for the extra damage. I put him in Relentless, right, to be just keeping shields on as much as possible, increase defense as much as possible, and the cleansing. It's a lot of interesting stuff he's bringing for Hydra. Like, I would say Mithrala is the other super viable increased defense champion alongside Siphi, and then after that, I don't know, it does fall off a good chunk, doesn't it? You've got Shamrock, he's quite good. But, you know, to empower your defensive damage dealers, like Michinaki, or we're going to be using Harima here, who I've never actually done in a run before. Like, let me just take a quick gander. Let's look at Nightmare. Okay, this is Nightmare. Oh, yeah, forget. Dear Lord, Panda, it's disgusting. We're going to try it out on Nightmare as well. Let's go to more normal type teams. There's not a ton, I would say, of good... to Hanorak's the other one. And we actually are running on this team. We're going to try out initially. But yeah, other good increased defense. To Hanorak's the other one. There's not a ton. Not an absolute ton. And to Hanorak and Siphi or Void Legos, you might you might never see them. You'll get Mithrala, you might never see these. And having that increased defense could be quite powerful. Let's try it out. So we're going to go in with a crazy team here to start things off. Maybe we could switch up to something else afterwards. But I was thinking something like this. So this is the team concept we've got going on here. So we've got crazy gear on these, by the way, guys. Crazy gear. We've got a Michinaki. Actually, maybe the other one is 100% crit rate. Ooh, I know he's got 2. Hang on. Maybe we switch to the other one. Let's double check this here. He's got 2 This one's +4, but he doesn't have 100% crit rate. He's clearly supposed to be run. I'm guessing, I think Cardial gives you increased crit rate. Let's see. Michi. Wait for it. I have typed in a few letters already. It's thinking about it. It's struggling. It's like, oh, I can do it. Yeah, so this guy, let's see. This one has less stats. He does have 100% crit rate, though. That might be worth a bit more. Much lower damage, bit more reasonable, rather than the black. I mean, he's going to hit so hard. Yeah, I think we just go for the plus. He's a +4. He's fine. So yeah, we've got Michinaki. He's going to be bringing us very consistent hex, stealing debuffs, very consistent decrease attack, decrease defense, and of course, all of the burns and joining in with the attacks. I think he is, there was a guaranteed for Michinaki. I think he is a perfect, combo with Alatreon, right? He benefits so much from the increased defense. He's going to hit like crazy hard with increased defense. He's tanky anyway. He's never going to die with the shields from Blademaster. It's just never going to happen from Alatreon. And he's bringing you Hex. He's bringing burns, decreased attack, decreased defense. You're getting so much utility there, which I think combos very well with the Alatreon Blademaster. We've got a Krisk. He is in Cursed set, I believe. So he's going to be provoking and giving us ally protection. We have an Acrizia. She is very fast, and she's just going to be doing big damage. We have Harima, I think another extremely good defense, and this is crazy gear. 309 speed with 8,000 defense and 400% crit damage. Oh my lord. But she's got 3 hits that are permanently going to increase her defense. So she's going to eventually have double defense. She's going to have 16,000. And then we're going to increase that by another 60%. Harima is going to be doing so much damage. I'm quite excited to see between Michinaki, Acrizia, Harima, who does the most damage. She also brings us a provoke, though she doesn't have enough accuracy for it to land, really. So we'll see how it goes. And then we've got 2 Hanoraki bringing us block buffs. She can do debuff spread. She can put decreased speed. So can Krisk. So it's a little inconsistent. She brings us increased defense and speed. So yeah, I thought the constant cleansing with the increased speed, it's a little bit tricky, we could, I suppose, in theory, bring in like Supreme Galek as a decreased speed champ and see, like that could be worth testing. But basically this team, he was running this team before essentially, but with Siphi in the lead for Resist Aura, which actually we are missing. So we're kind of replacing the Siphi with Alatreon Blademaster. I just want to get a vibe for how it works. Maybe I've missed something and this team will fail horribly. Let's play it on manual right at the start. Then we'll hit auto and see how we go. We're on Nightmare difficulty here. Yeah, let's see. So, okay, we would want to open with this move. I guess it doesn't matter who we hit. Let's hit him. We get the decrease attack and block buffs on everyone. I guess Acrizia can just start blasting right from the start. It's fine. I think without let's save her provoke for the second turn. So we'll open with her A2. Let's have her hit this head. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Decent damage. Okay. And now let's go in. Of course, he does an attack, which is going to do some War Master hits. Lovely. And at this point, I think we'd want to get the decreased defense out for sure. Chris can get a provoke out. And yeah, you can see, again, he stole some buffs, but the increased defense is protected. I guess Alatreon, yeah, because he's placed it. Let's see, if we put on hers, so I guess there's a bit of counter synergy there. Like our increased speed is going to be stealable, but our others are not. I know, I guess we'll hit this guy. He has probably the most health. Oh my god, she does so much damage. I forgot how much damage she does. That's nuts. Again, we can cleanse, and now everyone's got to protect to block debuffs. That's actually quite beautiful. Here we go. And they're unfortunately going to get, unless she provokes here. Oh, she did. Excellent. And nice big hit. And they're locked down. Let's see if we can land a decreased speed right there. Didn't get it. That's fine. We can extend our buffs. And let's see Alatreon now. Let's see if he can extend buffs in a second. We'll keep smacking this head for just a hot minute. Here we go. She resisted. Lovely. Here we go. So he's going to go in. He's going to smack someone. Smack this guy, I guess. Bonk. Yeah, a lot of buffs got the duration increase. We've got 4-turn increased defense. That's actually probably bad. That's the non-protected one that has been extended. So that could potentially be stolen. That's okay. Yeah, it's not extend. I don't think it's increased it for everyone. Like she's got increased speed 4 turns. That's interesting. Let's actually take a look here where it's probably most clear. Yeah, Kriska's 4 turns on this. He's got a 3-turn continuous heal now. This guy over here, again, 3-turn ally protection, but he's got lots of stuff at 3 turns. Yeah, so it's kind of all over the place, like 4 turns increased speed. So there's a lot of randomness there for sure, but it's pretty effective, like 4-turn ally protection. It's going to add up to keep your buffs fairly consistent, I would say. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay. Let's hit this guy, do some debuff spreading. Maybe actually we should hit Head of Wrath with her. I guess it doesn't matter. And let's hit auto. Let's just see how this is gonna do, I guess. Let's see. There's some decreased speed. That's what we want to see. We probably, should run this manual for maximum, but we're so OP anyway. I think it's fine. Let's just see what they're gonna do. So you can see we've got some big hits coming in. Let's see how we do against the first decapitated head. Big smacks from her. Like she's already hitting for almost 600k against a non-decapitated head. No weaken with this team. Actually, that's something we didn't bring, but I guess we wouldn't have had with Siphi either, so it doesn't really matter. Cleanser booster. There's a provoke back on. Hexes are out. Oh wow, 800k there from her, and she's ramping, guys. She's still ramping. It's gonna take time. Big damage from her. Again, buffs extended. He's got an extra turn. Did he do 2 A1s back to back? That seems a bit weird. Surely he shouldn't do that. Maybe he doesn't do the move if people already have the buffs on them. I wonder if that's the case. Like he's not put the shield on. That's interesting. So maybe we'd want to be forcing him to do moves. I don't know. We've decapitated everything. Yeah, he's just A1ing like crazy. I'm pretty sure that's 3 in a row. So maybe we found ourselves a bug. I guess everyone has increased defense. Everyone is full health. Everyone has block debuff, so he doesn't really care. 500k 3 times in a row right there. Also decreasing its defense. You love to see it. Hang on, take it off auto. So he's got everything. Okay, he's going to do cleanser booster this time. Huh. So yeah, you might want to set up a skill priority, I think would be probably your go-to thing here that we have not done. Oh, massive hit from her. The damage per turn is kind of nuts right now. I love it. Unfortunately, I guess, if we don't manual, the debuff spread, because we hit something with loads of debuffs, didn't spread the block buffs. So that would be perhaps something to watch out for with this team and to play it more on manual per se. But yeah, here we go. Shut down, boom, boom. Acrizia against Decap. That's one thing, right? Acrizia, etc. Any of these enemy max HP champions against decapitated heads, like the raw damage dealers go crazy. Like the damage from Harima against a decapitated head is so much higher than Acrizia, but Acrizia is going to be really strong against heads that are still alive. But yeah, there we go. Again, we didn't spread the block. That could actually be bad, the block buffs, if it goes off. It'd be mostly fine, but that could be a little bit annoying. Celestial Awe, decent damage again. Beautiful. Let's see, where are we at with our turns? Who gets to go? He gets to go, but he's a little bit too late. I don't know. I guess we'll just fire that. He's missed it anyway. That's fine. Yeah. Oh, so we're gonna get. Well, we'll just leave it on auto. You tell you what, guys. Let's just leave it to run. Like, does it even matter that much? Like, we're just gonna kill heads so fast. Like, we're making Hydra Nightmare look like Hydra Normal here. It's kind of gross. Whack, 600k A1. Let's let them ramp up a bit. Yeah, like we got Poison Cloud on everything. That sucks a little bit. Let's just target this head while everything is in Poison Cloud. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Let's leave it run until we've ramped up Harima even more, and we'll see how we start smacking. Be back in a bit. We're actually only a slight bit further. I just thought it'd be fun to see. We're coming up to the first Devour. 1 million damage. Dear Lord. We're coming up to the first Devour. Let's click the head. Let's see how fast. Actually, yeah, almost 1 hit from Acrizia is gonna do it. That's just insane. But I did realize as well, there's a little bit of counter synergy in Alatreon Blademaster's kit here. A little bit, because when he gets debuffed, he gets turn meter, which is, you get turn meter boosted, then he can cleanse everyone. But because he is putting out the block debuffs, he often has block debuffs. So he doesn't actually get debuffed, and he doesn't actually gain the benefit from his passive. Not all the time anyway. So that's something to watch out for. But I actually noticed it a bit against the Poison Head. Like the Poison Head threw out like a couple of poisons on him. And it's like, bam, oh, he just got a big chunk of turn meter. That's actually kind of great, you know? But it's not perfect. It doesn't perfectly synergize with his kit. And like I said, he's doing 100k against a decapitated head. That was a bad affinity for him as well. Like, it's not bad damage by any means. Like, it's not too bad. We built his HP really high, so when he does crit, he is hitting hard. It's pretty cool. Another massive smack from Harima. Yeah, not too bad. There he is, cleanser booster. But yeah, again, and if every time he gets feared by the fear head, he gets some turn meter off of it, and then he's gonna heal himself when the fear expires. So it's kind of intriguing. Anyway, I'll come back to you guys again if I see anything else. For now, we're just gonna let this go. We're over 2 million damage per turn. Pretty decent. Let's go. Okay, came back. I've just spotted another interesting thing. So right there, he did an A1, and it seems that he increases counterattack. There you go. I'm sure you guys probably spotted this already. I've only just noticed it now, a bit slow because I'm commentating, I suppose. But his A1, it hit almost everyone. He's gone in again. You can see that time it didn't go on Krisk. So the A1 seems to check for every single person individually. So it is quite random. It's not like it's going to, it's not like a 55% chance that everyone is going to have 2 buffs extended. It's like 55% for Krizia, 55% for Harima, 55%, etc. It's going to roll the dice for every single person, individually. So in certain speed tune type teams, that could be a problem, right? He's going to extend buffs very randomly. Certainly, it's not something you want to rely on. Like, he's not going to be keeping stuff up all the time. It's going to be very random, is what it seems to me. So it's certainly more of a bonus. Maybe with counterattack accessories, and you could potentially build them in retaliation. You could maybe really do an interesting build with that. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, it's that's sort of, I think, what's happening there. That's sort of what's happening there. Let's get a vibe here. Let's see. So I guess we'll keep using their moves as normal. Okay, we'll just use what I want to see is like Head of Wrath pop off. He's going to have decreased attack, I think, pretty much no matter what. I want to see Head of Wrath smack us when we've got the shield from Alatreon. So unfortunately this head is just dead with the poisons. So yeah, okay, he does have decreased attack, so he's not going to hit us too hard. Let's see. Can we cut in, hopefully, before Wrath gets a turn? Yes, okay. So smack them. Again, the damage from his A2 is really nothing special, I would say. So you don't need to really worry about that. Give us increased speed. You can decapitate head. It doesn't have decreased defense. She's still smacking it fairly hard. Yeah, I guess you hit that one. Probably actually should have hit. Now we're playing on manual. We should hit Head of Suffering. It would do more damage. But yeah, Head of Wrath, he comes in. That really did nothing, huh? That really did nothing. Like, there's not even a dent in the shield with this team. That's kind of insane. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Oh, she did her A1 on auto. That's interesting. Cleanser booster. There he goes in. Extended lots of the buffs this time. So let's see. Hopefully we will smack Head of Wrath a bit. See when he activates it. Again, I imagine it's going to make almost no dent at all or whatsoever. Like, honestly, I feel like for even a regular team without crazy champs like this, if you came in with, oh no, do your other move. Ah, well, too late. He's done the wrong thing. I wanted to put the shield back on again. I'm sure he has it available. Let's see. Can we get to it? Probably not. No. Okay. Pop off. Bam. The smack. Like, it doesn't even smash the shield. And smack again. Like, he just can't breach the shield. I mean, bearing in mind, with 100k HP, right? With 100k health that we've got on Alatreon, the shield is like 33,000. Like, for us, it's probably 34, maybe 35,000, or maybe even a bit more with masteries. We gave him the mastery. I think I forgot to show them, actually. That gives you like 5% more shields for your team when you cast them, and stronger shields if you're low on life, which we certainly aren't going to be. But like, even with just a leech, right? Even like Uugo, right? Uugo, who's putting out a leech every now and then, well, fairly regularly on Uugo's A1, and Uugo's got a heal on her A3. You guys know I love my Uugo. Like, his shield is so strong that even just a single leech is gonna keep your team alive, no problem, on Nightmare. Maybe even with no decreased attack. Like, it's that nuts. It is a huge shield. Like, his shield is as strong as Mithrala. Probably better, because he's gonna have Mithrala needs accuracy. You know, this guy doesn't. This guy just needs HP and speed. That's it. So, yeah, it's going to be insane. Here, we're 158 million in by the time the second devour happens. That's kind of nice. And looks like it's not going to be devoured for long. Yeah, whack, whack, whack. We're free. Oh, I love it. So good. So good. Let's see. I don't think we're going to get to see the poison really happen. I'll unpause it if it looks likely. Maybe it will. Hang on. Maybe we will. Let's try make it happen here. Okay, so we'll just manual it for a sec to make sure that we don't put his thing back on. Smack. Decent damage. Okay, so we want to, whatever, give everyone a shield because we can. There you go. So you probably got, he got an extra turn. Okay, that's fine. A1. He extends some buffs. He got some turn meter from being feared, and then it didn't really matter because, yeah, unfortunately. But let's see. He should get a bunch of debuffs here. We built him with no resistance, specifically because of this, by the way. That was sort of the plan. No resistance, so he gets debuffed and gets the turn meter, which, again, frees you up to build more speed and HP, which I think is quite useful. So, yeah, let's see. Big smack. Oh, God, Rima, you're so strong. You're so strong. Oh, it feels so wrong. But it feels so right as well. 100k feels like nothing compared to Harima. Oh, man. Charisma, massive damage. Let's just put block buffs on everybody, I guess. I don't know, smack this. Take a turn. Oh, he did Poison Cloud. Oh, of course he did. Let's see your Eitsu. Harima. Oh, my lord. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, we're just waiting for this head to get to... Hopefully we don't kill him by accident. That'd be funny. Alatreon, stop taking extra turns. You're hogging them all. Absolutely disgraceful. We're doing manual play now, so we're being a little bit smarter. Spread some debuffs. Okay, we spread some debuffs. Again, like, we should hit a... Oh, no, I don't want to kill this guy. Well, he's going to take it. He's going to take a turn anyway. I said somewhat with some fear, some trepidation. 1.5 million. Don't do your cleanse. Just smack this. Maybe get a crit. A big crit. Not too bad. Okay, boost up. So let's watch his turn meter here. Oh, hopefully we don't kill him with just the hex damage. It's actually kind of disgusting. Please take a turn. Oh my God, don't die. Oh no. Oh, the War Master. We're too strong. Oh God, just weak hit. Don't die. Okay. Boost turn. He got a bunch of turn meter. Actually, she was ahead on turn meter, so it didn't even matter there. But yeah, he got a bunch of turn meter. That's cool. Will he on auto cleanse? Yeah, cleanses everyone. No problem. That's quite a nifty. I think that's quite a nifty little combo. Yeah, get turn meter boosted by getting debuffs and then cleanse. Be boosted up to your cleanse. Pretty fun. Right. Again, let's try this run out and I'll be right back. All right, guys. 100 turns in. We just hit it. Update. We're up at 260 million damage. Absolutely nuts. Oh, dear Lord. It's absolutely crazy. We did slightly awkward get someone devoured under Poison Cloud, but quite nice, actually. Hanorach just spread Hex to that head and actually should make it fairly straightforward to kill. Although, actually, now we've got nothing to hit. All the heads have a massive defensive buff. No damage to be had. But yeah, I'm curious. Let me know who you think right now is the time to think about and place your prediction. Who do you think is going to do the most damage? Acrizia? Obviously, everyone knows about Acrizia. You've seen the gear on this Harima and constant increased defense buffs, how much damage she's doing. Or then Michinaki, right? He's going to be doing extra damage to Hex as well, though Krisk is bringing some Hexes in and Curse Set as well. Nice cleanse there. Beautiful. Massive shield. But yeah, who's going to do the most damage? Place your bets now. I am very curious to see how this one is going to pan out. Very curious, I have to say. Again, leaving it pretty much on full auto pretty much the entire way through, apart from, you know, the bits that you've seen. You've seen all the manual play so far, so you know exactly what's sort of happening there. I will say, definitely with Alatreon, he seems to not do his shield move, which is funny. If people already have the increased defense from her, so you'd want to be forcing him to use it, that would be a little bit of a difference. Force him to actually use his moves. He's doing a lot of A1s right now, so I think he's just looking at the team and being like, yeah, they're fine. He might do a cleanse here. No, never mind. He got a bunch of turn meter, though, from her cleanse, which is really nice, actually. See, I think the cleanse from Hanorach taking a turn just gave him a bunch of turn meter or healing. Yeah, does he get turn meter? I don't know. I saw a bunch of boost turn meter. Not sure. Oh, maybe it was from buffs expiring that he placed, and it's the mastery giving him a turn. That could be it. That could be it. But yeah, I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued how the damage is going to go. You've seen a bit of a vibe now that Harima is fully stacked up. It's intense. I'm going to let this one run out. We'll go the full hog. Why not? Let's see the sort of the max damage of this team on, broadly speaking, full auto. Like, we'll target ahead when they devour. That's about it, though. So yeah, we'll see how it does. I think we've covered everything that needs to be covered. I'll give you a few more ideas about Alatreon at the end and give you my thoughts now, having seen him in action properly. So, and some other more budget teams you could run, of course. Let's talk about that too. But let's get to the end and see how we do. Oh, we just had the worst luck, guys. We're getting so far. We're doing so good. I think that without that bad luck, basically what happened was, so I wasn't playing on I wasn't doing anything. Was we had these heads spawn in at just the wrong time. We got the Devour during the Poison Cloud. And yeah, Tuhanrak fired her block buffs and debuff spread thing into heads with Poison Cloud on like twice in a row, basically. So we weren't able to actually break Acrizia free, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to end it here, which is early. I do think if this went the full, which I think it would, the full 1,500 turns, I think this would be around about 800 million, this team. But I want to end it now because Acrizia has just been eaten. We want to see, you know, a fair comparison of the damage for each of these champions. So that's fine. But I do think this team fairly reasonably has, yeah, probably around an 800 million potential, which is good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's sort of what you would expect for this sort of team. He's already done this, but here we go. The damage, drum roll please. Michinaki wins with 174 million. Harima in last place with 157. A bit shocking, but there you go. So yeah, Acrizia beaten by Harima, I meant to say. I might have mixed up their names. I don't know. But that's a fairly staggering difference. And specifically for Hydra, right, if you gave Crushing Rend, the one that ignores defense, to Harima, obviously that's not good for Arena compared to Ward of the Fallen, but if you gave her that for Hydra, she'd be even further ahead, right? So when we get like this level of gear and this level of champions, it's actually crazy to see Acrizia starts to fall off because the max HP damage is capped. And like if we added in like a 9-piece protection set for more damage, if we had Weaken in there even as well, like this would really start to scale, I think, out of control. So that's quite funny. Then the Michinaki doing the top damage because of Hex, basically, though Krisk is stealing a good bit of damage with the Hex as well. Is he Alatreon? He's really not doing anything. He is there for the support, and that's about it. And honestly, his support, not super needed with this team. Like the cleanse and the block debuffs is nice, but he's actually not super needed, to be honest. Like, I'd almost be tempted to see what would happen if I slapped another Acrizia in there or something, right? Maybe you just die, right? Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe you get away with it. But hey, there you go. Rabbit's going to free regroup. He's already done Nightmare this week. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent. So this was an adaptation of this sort of team. Where he went in with double Acrizia that time. I thought it'd be fun to try out Harima with it. If you were looking for a more budget... Well, actually, let's just X off these champs one by one. If we were looking for a more, well, no, let's just get rid of them, a more budgety type team, what would we bring in? So let's actually do it with the filter because this is going to be easier. So what I was thinking was, let's bring in Alatreon, let's get rid of these here. Great, so he's in. Let's say he's in our team. Let's build a more budgety, sort of friendly one. Now, these are maybe not super budget champs, but like, let's say Nekmothar in a Provoke set, I think gives you a Provoke, and it gives you increased speed, decreased speed, leech, and the decreased attack as well, right? He combos, and Speed Aura combos just perfectly with Alatreon. I think that's really nice. I would be trying to get, if you have Michinaki in there, I would be trying to bring in the Michinaki as well. Again, he's bringing you the decreased defense, the burns, the hex, and he's damage is going to scale super well. And again, these were both guaranteed champions before, so this is potentially something like I could do if I got him on my account, right? This is something I could do. And then if we went fairly simple, let's say a Shamail in there, right? Shamail, he's going to give us damage as well and make us immune to fears. Though I don't know, maybe not that important. That's an easy budget option. And then I was thinking this could be a fun one for, we actually have two Lady Mikages. Two of them. I don't have one. This could be a great one for Lady Mikage to bring her in. In Form 1, she brings you increased attack and crit damage. Great. And ally attack. Fantastic. With everyone. That's really good. Then her A1, a random Shadowkin ally. Fantastic again, right? Bring in even more Michinaki hits. So there's a really nice combo there. You're getting the ally attack. She's also, doing buff extension and all of that fun stuff. So I think she is a really nice combo here into this team with these champions. And then we'd want someone with block buffs. So let's take a little gander. I think you probably want block buffs. You could arguably get away with it and just maybe even manual it. You could maybe even just manual a little bit and get burns out on people, and then you wouldn't really need the block buffs. Like a second Michinaki in there would be pretty disgusting. The increased attack is going to up Shamail's damage as well. For block buffs, its block buff still remains a bit limited. You could obviously try a Sun Wukong. He might not have his built for damage, but probably a damage one would be ideal. Yeah, he's got more of a support one, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like, who'd be a good budget block buffs? Like, it still is too limited, isn't it? Like, Uugo would be a fairly obvious pick. We've got 6-star Uugo there, in fact. Archbishop, not too bad. He brings you increased defense as well. Yeah, I guess a great budget would be Wukong. Like everyone, there's even a code for new players right now. So basically all of you will have Sun Wukong. That gives you block buffs in there, which is quite useful. Let's see, take a quick gander at Uugo. So this one, he's good speed. Yeah, this one seems fine. Totally fine. What about this one's got number 1? Maybe this one's better. No, they all seem roughly similar. I mean, he's compared to my account, we're really beyond needing Uugo at this point. Let's just check out the Shamail. You'd want the Shamail probably for damage. Oh, yes. Juicy. He's maybe a little slow, but does he have resistance? Or is this just a pure damage Shamail? Yeah, no resist. Okay, that might actually be kind of bad. You wouldn't want him to be that slow, I suppose. But with this team, you'd be very much relying on the protected buffs not being stolen, really. Because, yeah, maybe you'd even have Lady Mikage with 9-piece protection, if that's possible. And that way the increased attack is protected as well. In that case, only your speed could be, potentially stolen. Let's see, Shamail. Remove this. The other Shamail. Can you prefer a faster one for Hydra? Okay, this one's got like no. Okay, so we go with the slow one. But just to give you an idea, it would be something sort of like this. I think this would be a fairly accessible team if you've been playing for a good while now, right? If you're in a position, let me put it like this. If you're in a position to be able to complete the Alatreon Blademaster thing, you probably have all of these champs available. Let's put it like that. I think that probably makes the most sense. Let's open up with his shield just to protect everyone. Is Uugo faster? Oh no, Ugo's not. Well, okay, I guess we'll survive. We get the ally attack, which is lovely. I didn't check, but we got a provoke, so I guess he is in provoke set. That's fine. I forgot to check that, of course. But you get big smacks here from Shamail. And this should be a fairly, relatively accessible team. Again, there the protected buff comes in really, really handy. Yeah, brilliant. Fantastic. That's what we want. We can, again, give ourselves the protected block buffs. And you've got yourselves a nice team. We can extend all their debuffs, extend all of our buffs. I think that's a beautiful combo. I think that the combination there of extending buffs both with Mikage and with him just really synergizes very strongly. The Brimstone actually worked as well. Hey, what do you know? We'll take it. So I think we're on Night. I wasn't paying attention. I think we're on Nightmare. Again, buffs are stolen. He is going to steal the turn meter. We've got no mischief tank, but we're kind of just brute forcing through in a sense. Here we go. Bring in an ally attack from Michinaki. That's 300k right there. Thank you very much, we say. But yeah, it's just sort of brute forcing through the mischief steal because our stuff is protected. And again, 9-piece protected. I guess Mikage would only give you 2 buffs, like 10% bonus damage with the 9-piece protected, but still it's kind of tempting. Let's go in again, ally attack. Every time she A1s, she's going to bring in the ally attack, which is very nice. And you would want to set up, I haven't set up a preset, which is why we're playing on manual here, but just to give you an idea of how this would work, there's provoke. That's exactly what we're looking for. He's been provoked here, but maybe we can cut back in. I don't know. We could have removed it with an Uugo. But yeah, this team, it's obviously not going to be the level of damage. Let's go with the ally attack here. Smack. Like, ally attack is huge. Whoa, bugged out. We lost damage and then we got it back again. I got a bit buggy. We get the cleanse. We'll take it. What happened there? But yeah, like with this team, I mean, you can see, I mean, this is, I suppose, the start of the fight, but like our damage output is still fantastic, really strong with, I would say, a much more accessible team than what we just saw there with like a bunch of +4s and all of that, right? We saw a bunch of +4s and a bunch of Void Legos that certainly I don't, maybe you have them. I certainly don't have them. But yeah, like you can see right here, Shamail is getting quite beaten up. So, you know, this would be a little bit scary perhaps. Like we need to get an extra turn to get back. That's the only worry would be, do we have enough? Let's get a burn on this guy. There we go. Do we have enough to survive the smack here? Hopefully we do, because we are slow. Lady Mikage giving him a shield as well. This guy's about to pop off in a second. And let's see. Here we go. So we're going to get the shield on. Fantastic. Actually, he might cleanse, which would be awkward. That would put us in a bad spot. Smack. And like, honestly, the shield is keeping us super safe. Mikage is an absolutely amazing champion for Hydra. She really, really is that good. She's kind of disgusting. Just hit this guy once, I guess. Doesn't really matter. But like, again, with this team, our damage output is great. You might want to come in and put like I guess the cleanse, unfortunate. Hey, the 5-star brimstone giving us some extra damage. What was I saying? You might want to like have another provoke set in this team. Like Michinaki and provoke would work, I think, really well in this team. We'd have like 2 provoke set champions, but Nekmo's going to take so many turns, especially when the fear head comes in. Nekmo's really going to start blasting off. Yeah, with Nekmo taking those turns, you have Mikage would really boost up Michinaki as well and get him doing even more A1s for even more provokes. If Mikage targets the right head, he might have to manual a bit, but the damage potential, I think, for this version of the team is very high as well. And like just running it here a little bit, like let's let this head, I guess, smack us again, I suppose. It seems relatively safe. Like the shield is just kind of so good that we should mostly be fine from the looks of it. I think we're mostly fine. We don't have a mischief tank, really. We're just sort of relying on the protective buffs to carry us through. We're getting buffs on us like crazy because of both Mikage and the extension and his extension. Yeah, seems pretty nice. So it's a tough spot, guys, because I mean, my initial impression, certainly, and from your comments, your impression as well of the hero's path was let's be honest here, was extremely negative. I did see Saf from HH Gaming put out a video saying he thought it was actually quite good, which was surprising. It's interesting. I'm gonna watch the video in more detail now. I'm like done recording for basically for the weekend. Really, that's not the weekend. Oh my god, I've lost all sense of sanity, all sense of what even is happening in the world. We've gone mad. We've lost the plot, ladies and gentlemen. We've lost the plot. Yeah, I'm tempted to go for this guy. I'm tempted. I'm worried now. My worry is that, you know, we might die from Wrath if this guy is not putting out the shield proactively. So you'd want to... Oh, and Mikage, that's a bit annoying. Her ally attack on full auto doesn't hit decapitated heads. So you'd have to like be clicking heads a little bit. Not that important, but gives you an idea. Much more budget team, this one. Again, with a couple of epics. 3 guaranteed champions in a permanent fusion. And this team... again, is absolutely slamming the damage. It is crushing it. So, yeah, I think he's got a ton of potential, right? Compared to a Siphi, you lose the speed, but so long as you got even one source of leech, I feel like you don't need her healing. His cleanse is actually quite similar, honestly, to the Siphi, cleansing the fear. He's bringing AoE War. He's going to do more damage than Siphi because he's going to have War Master. He's got AoE hits, and the shield is nice. Like, he's genuinely is pretty for Hydra. He's pretty similar to Siphi, right? Pretty similar. And that's very good. That is very good. There's not a ton of top tier increased defense champs, right? There's not a ton. On a 3, like Bellatar on a 3 turn. Okay, he's Void though. Blizzard is on a 3 turn, but he's not bringing you anything else for Hydra. He's bringing freezes. That's no good, really. I think Brago's a 3 turn. He does bring you possibly a bit of provoke and decrease attack. He's okay, but not great. Black Knight, again, not great. Altan, not great. You've got a few that aren't great. Grisor stands out, is really good. So Grisor, top tier. Martyr is decent. Mithrala's top tier. Mother Cybele, you don't tend to use it. Siphi's amazing, but on a 4-turn, I think he's quite similar to her. Islin is a 4-turn as well. Shamrock, also super underrated champion. He's extremely good. Tatora, maybe a bit underrated to Hanorak. Like, you don't have a ton of good increased defense champions. If you want to up that damage, seems a decent way to do it. So look, there you go. There's sort of some quick thoughts on that. Let me know what you think, guys. But yeah, this was... can end out this battle. This was Alatreon Blademaster Showcase. Honestly, yeah, I was surprised by how impressed I was with him. He seems to give your team a huge amount of survivability. He gives you a huge amount of survivability. Very strong. A little bit dependent on having good defensive damage dealers, but he really enables them very powerfully. Quite similar to Mithrala in actually quite a lot of ways. Quite similar to Mithrala is Blademaster. Sort of a mix between Mithrala and Siphi, it kind of feels like, in a weird way. Maybe he's more like Mithrala. I don't know. Which is also extremely, extremely good. Yeah, he's very strong. Very, very strong for Hydra. I'm impressed. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this makes it spicy. Do you go for the guaranteed or not? I don't know. It's a rough way to go, but he's actually pretty solid. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.